Hello yarn enthusiasts, this is Morgan with Dream9 Design. Today I'm going to be showing how to make these super easy, super cute little crochet bees. The hook size that I am using today is a 6.5 millimeter hook. The yarn, you will need some chunky yarn. Check the description box down below. I will have a link for everything that you will need for this video, but you will want some white chunky yarn for the wings. Color for the body, today I'll be demonstrating with this hot pink, so it'll come out like this little guy, but we will add wings to this. And then some black yarn to do the stripes. You will also need stuffing for the body, a stitch marker, a pair of scissors, and some safety eyes. Again, I will have a link for all of this in the description down below. Now let's go ahead and jump into how we actually make them. To make things easier, we are going to start with making the wings, so we're going to want to make 2 of these. Now you do want to do a magic ring or a magic circle. If you don't know how to do that, go ahead and click the link right above here. I do have a tutorial on how to do that. And then you will want to place 6 single crochets into the ring. When you're all done with that, go ahead and close up your ring, and then we want to do increases all the way around. So we will place 1 single crochet into the first stitch and go ahead and place a stitch marker. This is the part that's going to be a little tricky to see on camera, but we are simply just going to place 2 single crochets into every single stitch so that we will have a total of 12 single crochets at the end of this row. Now we are simply going to join with a slip stitch into your first space, chain up 1, leave a bit of a tail, and go ahead and cut that off. Like I said, we are going to want to have 2 of these, so go ahead and make 2, and then we are going to start on the body. Now grab the main body color and go ahead with the magic ring again. Make another thing of 6 single crochets into your ring and meet me back here. Now when you have that done, go ahead and pull your ring tight. Now into the first space, we are going to place a single crochet and then go ahead and place your stitch marker back. Now we want to place 1 more single crochet back into that same space. And we are going to do 2 single crochets into every single stitch around until we have a total of 12 single crochets. Moving on to round 3, we are just going to place 1 single crochet into the first stitch, and then we are going to place 2 single crochets into the following stitch, so 1 and 2, and then we will repeat that all the way around. So into this next stitch we will place 1 single crochet, into the following stitch 2 single crochets. Go ahead and do that all the way around, and I will meet you back here. Now for round 4, it will be our last row of increase. So into our first stitch, we will place 1 single crochet. Into the second stitch, place 1 single crochet. And then here into the third stitch, we will place 2 single crochets into the same space. So once again, we will do 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and then 2 single crochets into the same space. Go ahead and do that for this round, and I'll meet you back here. For round 5, you simply want to place 1 single crochet into every single stitch, but stop when you get to the stitch right before the beginning, because we are going to change colors to our black, and I want to show you the little trick to make sure we do that properly. Now here I am at the last stitch, and I have 2 loops on my hook. I went ahead and I cut my yarn, and now we want to grab up our black yarn, leaving a little bit of a tail. I just go ahead and put that on and pull it through. At this point, I'll stop and make a few knots. From this point, we want to go ahead and just make 2 rows of just black, single crochets, no increases, no changes, just straight 2 rows of single crochets in black. And then we want to switch back over to our pink, just like we did before with our black. So as you see, I did 2 rows of black, and I went ahead and switched back over to my pink. Now for the next 4 rows in total, we are going to do just pink, again, no increases. So do 4 rows of pink, and stop at the last stitch right before the end there at the end of your row 4 to switch back over to your black. And I will meet you back here. I'm done with my 4 rows and I've switched over to my black. Now, just to make sure that this is in a secure spot, I'm just gonna do 1 single crochet with our black yarn, and then we're actually just gonna pull up a big loop because we are going to do the eyes. And at this point, I grab the largest eyes that I can get out of the container. And we're gonna count from the center of the nose up to the 3rd row. So 1, 2, 3, so in between the 3rd and the 4th row. And let's see, 1, 2, or 3 stitches in between. So as you see here, 1, 2, 3, so in between the 3rd and the 4th rows. And let's see, we'll do 1, 2, 3 in between, or 4 in between, let's say. How about that? Yep, 4 in between. So secure those on. Now we want to sew our wings onto our bee. So I usually go along 3 stitches, 1, 2, and 3. I'm just going to attach and come back up. Again, I have already attached onto the wing, and now I'm going to go back into the wing, pull it through, and now I will just go into the next stitch, up and over. Okay, so back through, and then over 1 more stitch. Oops. Make sure that you don't do what I just did. Okay, now over 1 more stitch. Now I like to do it this way because then we are just going to pop this back through, and we will make a knot and secure this wing off. So I'll pull through like this and go ahead, tie a knot a few times if you would like. And sometimes this comes off a little funky. And then there you go, you're good to go. So you want to sew on both of your wings. I should note that I like to leave 1 stitch in between the wings. And I'm sorry if I'm a little nasally, guys, I do have a cold. Okay, so leave 1 stitch in between, and then you sew your wings on over 3 stitches. There we go, this is what it's looking like. Now moving on, we've already done 1 of our black single crochets. We are going to go into the next stitch and place 1 single crochet, and then we're going to decrease over the next 2 stitches. So we are actually going to place our hook and pull up a loop, go into the next, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Now we will continue to do that all the way around. So 1 stitch, 1 stitch, and then a single crochet decrease. Go ahead and do that all the way around. Moving on to the next row, we will place 1 single crochet into the first stitch, and then into the next 2 stitches we are going to be placing our decrease. So just like we were doing before, same decrease, so in each stitch. So first stitch we will do 1 single crochet, into the following we will decrease with 2 stitches. Do that all the way around and meet me back here. Moving on to the final row, we are going to be decreasing into every single stitch. So go ahead at this point, if you would like to add some more stuffing, this is the perfect time. And then you will actually just single crochet, decrease 2 together all the way around until you have a total of 6 stitches left. Perfect, we are almost done, guys. So now we are just going to slip stitch into our first stitch, chain up 1, and leave yourself a bit of a tail because we do need to go ahead and actually finish closing up this hole. So go ahead, pull that through, and you can either yarn a tapestry needle or you can just go and pull your string through each side and just go ahead and close this hole up. I just like to go back and forth, alternating sides. So whichever method you prefer, go ahead and close up the hole. and meet you back. And there you have it, friends. That is our bee. I went ahead and super overstuffed this guy, so he is really chunky and good to go. Go ahead and feel free to play with the stitch count, switch it up a little bit. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please make sure to hit the subscribe and the notification bell. It really does help out my channel. And I hope to see you guys all next time for another video on Dream 9 Design.